Hey guys, so we're gonna talk about the Dreadbolt. The Dreadbolt is this big old blaster. It is a bow blaster, which is a different category that I've been doing lately, but it is in the Zombiestrike line, and it shoots arrows. These little arrows right here, and it only shoots these, so you have to have them. I think it comes with 4 or 5. I'm not certain. I didn't buy this for retail. This might actually be a secondhand scavengers because I bought this off a buddy at SENC. So thank you very much. If you watch, you know who you are. But either way, so what it is, it's single shot. Obviously, it's a crossbow. It is somewhat in-strike compatible in that it does not have a barrel, so to speak, but it does have a rail. So you could be super tactical with it. Anyway, original colors, so shout out to the original long shot. So whoop, put that back. So how this thing works is that you take the handle right here, cock it down. Since it's Zombiestrike, you can tell it kind of looks like a wrench. Zombiestrike kind of prides himself on looking kind of cobbled together. And it pulls back on this string here. It does use this string to fire the arrow, so do not cut this string. Do not have this string cut. I feel like I shouldn't have to say that, but so it's a little finicky in that, like, there's a loading indicator down here. You feed the arrow. See that right here? You put the arrow in there. So we're gonna put that in, and you kind of have to make sure that it clicks and pushes back a little bit. Like there's a, oh my gosh. So if it's pulled forward, the loading indicator is empty. The loading indicator is empty. Then if you push far and hard enough, it'll push down on that and it will be orange, and that is ready to go. So we might as well go ahead and take it to the range. It is a little finicky, y'all. What the heck? I didn't have it back all the way, I guess. There we go. So it's a pretty long stroke in terms of like getting it cocked and then making sure it's loaded. And then since it uses proprietary ammunition, you got to make sure you know where it goes. The guy I bought this from happened to have a bunch also for sale, so I just bought a bunch of arrows. Let's see. So one of the biggest drawbacks, get it? Draw, like bow, is that it does not perform super well. Does that change how cool it is? No, not to me. I mean, obviously it would help, but it is a huge blaster. Like, we're talking, like, I am, again, 5'8", y'all, and this is a huge blaster. But, right, like, now there is a thing called the Dreadbolt, I think. Either Wraithbolt or Wrathbolt. It is a pistol crossbow, and it performs the same, if not better, than the Dreadbolt, which is this big old hunk of junk right here. Hunk of plastic. I'm not being totally true with that, because I do love this blaster, but I've gone on record on how much I like inconvenient, cool-looking blasters that, aren't the most tactical to use. So I think it's unfair for me to say that I love this thing, but I can't suggest this to everybody, because obviously, like, it's pretty easy to tell if a crossbow fits your playstyle. It either does or it don't. And a lot of people don't fit in that category. So, yeah, so you can buy the arrows retail. Sometimes they'll have a 4-pack for sale, either at like Target or the late and great Toys R Us, Other than that, it's a really cool piece. It's obviously a conversation piece. There is no sling. Well, there's kind of a sling point. It's not like an honest-to-God one, but there's a little loop here that you could probably fit a sling into it if it had a big enough carabiner on it. I haven't fielded it yet, mainly because I don't have enough arrows to feel comfortable losing one out of 10, which is still more than you get with the original blaster. And luckily, they aren't super proprietary. There are Nerf Rebel bow blasters that use these same arrows, so you could get those too. You might have noticed some of these are pink tipped, and those are the arrows I'm referring to. So yeah, that's the Wrathbolt. No, it's not. It's the Dreadbolt. Ha! Anyway, cool blaster. Yes. Retail? No. Thrift or buy secondhand? Yes. Like, you know, you know in your heart if you're the type of person who's going to want a crossbow blaster. I was, and I am satisfied with it. I cannot suggest getting this for full price because it does not perform super well. It is fun, it is cool, and the arrows whistle in midair. That's just cool. And like, doubles as a musical instrument maybe. Other than that, you know, that is the Dreadbolt. Oh, also if you cock it and don't have an arrow in it, you cannot dry fire it. So keep a hold of the arrows and don't cock it without no reason. So yeah, you know, if you like what I'm doing, please like and subscribe. If you don't like what I'm doing, thank you for watching regardless. I do appreciate it. If you want to check me out on any Instagram, Twitter, social media, or anything like that, my links will be down below. My brother and I have just started a podcast. That will also be in the box down below. I have not talked about Nerf in it yet, but, you know, that it could happen. I'm not saying it's not. We talk a lot about Pop-Tarts, but, you know, that's kind of how that is. So, anyway, let's get me back into the central frame. But yeah, that's what I have in this video, so thank you for joining, and thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.